Hey everybody, in this video we're going to discuss operators. So we're going to go into the operators section. And the operators that we're going to focus on for this video are just the arithmetic operators, plus, minus, multiply, and division, and the relational operators, less than, greater than, and equal to. Now, how the operator, how these commands differ from the motion commands or the look commands, for example, is that these instructions, they don't produce actions, right? These instructions don't tell the sprite to do anything, unlike motion, which might tell the sprite to rotate or to move, glide, or the look commands that tells the sprite, to change its appearance in some fashion, or the sound commands that tell the sprite to produce a sound. These commands, they don't tell the sprite to do anything. They just produce a value that the action commands can then use in the program. So for example, if I want to add up two values and I get 50, the action command can then use that value 50 to move the cat 50 steps or rotate it 50 degrees, so on and so forth. So for that reason, because for these operators today, we're only interested in the value that they're producing, to demonstrate them, I'm going to use the say command so that we can see the value that's being produced during our demonstration. All right, so the arithmetic operator is self-explanatory. First, you have the plus operator. I'll place it here. And then the plus sign basically takes a left and right operand, adds together, and produces the sum. So if I type 10 and 5, what's 10 plus 5? 15. If I say that for 2 seconds, you'll see that the cat will say 15 because that is the sum. Likewise, you have the minus operator. That computes the difference. If I type 10 and 5, well, what will the cat say? It'll say 5, because that's the difference between 10 and 5. You got the multiplication operator. If I type 10 and 5 again, 10 on the left, 10 on the right, what is 10 times 5? 50. Okay. Then you have the division operator. If I type 10 and 5, what is 10 divided by 5? 2. All right. So that's what the operators do. They produce a value. Now, that being said, I am not limited to just numbers. Numbers is not the only thing I could put in here. I could also put variables. Okay. So let's say I've already declared an x and y variable to use to demonstrate in this program. As you know, x and y, their default value is 0. So let's say I introduce a command that sets x to, let's say, 50. Okay. And then another command that sets the y variable to 2. All right. I can then, as operands, I can then use, well, I could have used it before, but I can now use variables as operands for my operator. Okay. Ooh, that was a mistake. Let's put this back. So here I want x to be the left operand and y to be the right operand. And I could reverse it if I want to. If I want y to be on the left, I could do that. It doesn't matter. Nevertheless, right now we're using the division operator. So right now x is 50, y is 2. So when we say x divided by y, 25, because those are the values stored in x and y. Okay. Likewise, I don't have to have a variable in both operands. I could have a variable on just the right and a number on the left. Okay. So here, if I say 10 divided by y, the cat will say 5 because y is equal to 2. All right. Something else I can make an operand is another expression. I can put an expression inside of an expression. Okay. So let's say I take the addition expression. Okay. Let's drag it. I'm going to make it the left operand of this division problem. Okay. So let's make it the left operand. And now what's going to happen is, let's say I put 20 and 6 in here. Okay. What's going to happen is that addition operation will get performed first. It'll be executed first. And then the result will then be applied to the division operator. So what's 20 plus 6? 26 divided by y, which is 2, we get 13. Okay. So in summary, what can go inside an operand for an arithmetic expression? You can type in a number, you can put a variable, or you can put another arithmetic expression inside of there, right? Okay. With that, now let's talk about the relational operators. With the relational operators, these return either true or false. Either you're asserting a true statement or a false statement. So if I say, let's say I type 25 in here. Right now, this expression states that 25 is greater than 50. Now, is that a true statement? Of course not. We know that. So when we say the value, the sprite will say false. Okay. If I say 55, is that a true statement? Well, we know that. Does the sprite know that? So let's say the result, it produces true. Okay. And the same logic for the less than operator and the equal to operators. Okay. It just, depending on what you put in the two operands, if you're asserting a true statement, then the value produced will be true. If you're asserting a false statement, then the value produced will be false. Okay. Now, and just like with the arithmetic operators, I can put a variable in here. I don't have to just type in a number. I can put a variable in here, and they'll say, all right, say x is greater than 50. If I click on the green flag, it gets false because x is equal to 50. Now, if I change the value inside x to 60, right, I say set x to 60, then I click on the green flag, I get a true statement because now the value stored in x is now greater than 50. And again, like the arithmetic operators, I can also put an arithmetic expression inside here. Okay. So I'll put, let's use the minus operator. I'm going to make this subtraction expression the left operand of the relational expression. So if I put 100 minus 70, 100 minus 70, that's actually 30. Is 30 greater than 50? No, it is not. If I do 100 minus 20 instead, okay, what's 100 minus 20? That's 80. Is that greater than 50? Yes, it is. Okay. So that is how the arithmetic and the relational operators work.